Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Friday, November 18, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Cleveland Cavaliers vs Charlotte Hornets. This is an outstanding opportunity for the Cavs to get right with the Hornets coming into town. Charlotte has been hammered with injuries and will likely be without their 2 best floor generals in Ball and Hayward for this matchup. With another day of rest, Allen will likely be ready to go, which will give the Cavs a decided edge on the glass. Lastly, Charlotte simply does not match up well with either Mitchell or Darius Garland. Expect big nights from the Cavs backcourt duo and an end to the Cavs losing streak on Friday. Take the Cavs minus 9.5 points. Combined, these two average 224.1 points per game on the season. The Hornets have definitely stepped up their offense of late, averaging 113 over their last 4 games, hitting 42 or more field goals in each of those games. So, the shooting is getting better for Charlotte. Cleveland is averaging 110.8 in their last 4 games, so that could definitely be better. These two teams put it together on the offensive end tonight to go over 221 points. Houston Rockets vs Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers are seeking a 3rd consecutive victory. They have countered a narrow home loss against the Nuggets by defeating the Raptors 118-104, followed by a dominating 125-113 road win against the Hornets on Wednesday, in a matchup that had the Pacers as a small 1-point dog. Indiana has exceeded expectations so far and has won 4 out of its last 5 bouts. They have incredibly covered the spread in 8 consecutive games. Tyrese Haliburton has recorded at least 20 points in 4 out of his last 5 games. The 22-year-old point guard is racking up the assists as well and is averaging 20.6 ppg and leads the NBA with 10.4 apg. Benedict Mathurin is shooting a dazzling 50% from beyond the arc this month. The skilled 20-year-old rookie is having a great season, posting 19.9 ppg on 46% shooting. Buddy Hield averaged a solid 20 points in 3 games against the Rockets last season. The 29-year-old shooting guard has reported an average of 18.8 ppg and 5.2 rpg. The Houston Rockets entered this one with confidence. They snapped a 3-game slide with a solid 101-92 road win against a good Mavericks team on Wednesday night in a bout that had the Rockets labeled as 6.5-point dogs. It's been a rough season for a very young squad. The schedule has consistently largely of road games and finally has a lengthy homestand. They have covered the spread in 1 of their last 3 games. Jalen Green is having a fantastic season. The 20-year-old shooting guard has shot at least 50% in 4 out of his last 5 games and has registered an average of 21.7 ppg on the season. Green averaged 20 points in the 2 meetings against the Pacers last season. Alperen Sengun has averaged 16 ppg in November. The young center is still learning the league and is producing, logging 15.9 ppg, accompanied by 8.5 rpg. Houston has plenty of young players including Jabari Smith Jr., who was the 3rd overall pick. The 19-year-old rookie is having difficulty in the NBA, shooting a poor 32% on the year and is posting an average of 10.1 ppg. Smith Jr. did collect 10 points in Wednesday's victory. The Indiana Pacers continue to dazzle, winning 4 out of their last 5 games, propelled by consistent offensive production. The Rockets are stumbling. While they collected a rare win against Dallas on Wednesday, they only have 2 wins in their last 11 games. Furthermore, the Pacers are in a groove, averaging a remarkable 123 points in their last 4 games. This is key as the Rockets' defense is abysmal. They remain second last in the NBA in defensive efficiency and have squandered at least 116 points in 5 out of their last 6 games. The Pacers continue to defy the odds, literally. They have covered in 8 consecutive games and will cover again. Take the Indiana Pacers -3 points. Even though the Pacers' defense has improved with Miles Turner back, Indiana is still not an above-average defensive team, and the Rockets are one of the worst defensive teams in the NBA. Both of these teams also prefer to push the tempo. Indiana ranks second in the league in pace, and Houston ranks 10th. Houston has also been a solid offensive team, even though their defense has been bad. Indiana's offense has also been better since Turner has returned. This should be a wide-open fast game, and both teams should be able to score more than enough points for this matchup to get over the total. Memphis Grizzlies vs Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a pretty simple equation on Friday night how much of Bane's absence has been a fluke. The Grizzlies have looked like a completely different team without him on the court, although they were not a particularly profitable team to back before he got injured. They have only covered the spread 3 times in their last 10 games, including once in their last 6 games against Western Conference teams. Oklahoma City is a team that I love to back as it flies under the radar. The Thunder have covered in 4 of their last 5 games and are led by one of the most underappreciated stars in the league. Gilgeous-Alexander continues to put up monster numbers, and he is facing a team that has not looked good without Bane on the court. Take Oklahoma City +6 points. Oklahoma City Thunder has been on a nice run as they are 3-1 in their last 4 games, which included 3 of them being on the road. The Thunder end its road trip against Memphis, and in its last game against Washington, OKC was led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who dropped 42 points, while Lou Dortz had 16. Josh Giddey chipped in with 11 points while off the bench, Jalen Williams had 10 points. Memphis is on a 2-game losing streak and the game against New Orleans and struggled in the second half, which is why they lost. The Grizzlies were outscored 54-42 but were led by Ja Morant, who had 36 points. Off the bench, Brandon Clark recorded a double-double with 15 points and 13 rebounds. Dillon Brooks chipped in with 19 points as the only 3 players to record double-digit points for Memphis. Although Memphis has not been good at hitting the over, I still like the over here. The Thunder have been the best over team in the NBA. To add to that, the Grizzlies play at a fast pace as they rank 7th with a pace of 101.8, while OKC plays at a pace of 101.1, which ranks 8th in the NBA. Both teams will push the ball up the court quickly, and both teams' defenses struggle to contain offenses, which is why I like the over here. Along with that, in Memphis's last 10 games, they are averaging 220.6 ppg, while OKC is averaging 238.3 ppg in their last 10. Take the over here between 2 offenses that play fast and 2 defenses that give up a ton of points and open shots.